Hi, I'm Deborah Dahab, your expat coach and intercultural psychologist. So today I'm going to talk about how your values influence your decisions and even your cultural adjustment. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to go straight to it. What are your values? Have you thought about them? Do you know what values are? So basically, values are the things, the concepts by which we guide our life. So I'm going to give you some examples. What is more important in your life? Stability or excitement? Adventure or trustworthiness? Ethics, honesty, or involvement in community. Now, I'm asking you or, and it doesn't have to be or. It doesn't mean it has to be one or the other. But basically, we have core values that guide our decisions and the way we lead our lives. So, for example, let's say someone received a very good job offer to live very far away. And that person has family as a very high ranking value, being close to the family. So maybe this person is going to have a harder time in leaving their parents or their extended family, whereas another person who has adventure and excitement as a high ranking value will have less of a hard time taking that decision. So if you get what I mean, the value system you have will kind of give you a compass of how you decide and what you decide in your life and how you lead your life, basically. So why is this important for expats? Well, because first of all, in general in life, it's common for us not to think about these values. We kind of go about life doing things and deciding things and living without really thinking about them. These values are kind of underlying and we're not conscious of them. So being conscious of your value system is really important because in moments of decision making and choices, you can go back to your value system and see what choice is more aligned with what you value. So, for example, in that example that I gave of the person having a very good job offer to live abroad, if that person is very much in tune and aligned with their value system, it's not to say that they won't take the job, but they will make sure that whatever decision they make, they are aligned with that value of family in that example. So let's say they do take a job. He or she will make sure that they can go every year or every 6 months to see their parents, or their parents can go see him or her or their family. Get what I mean? If someone is more aligned with the excitement and the adventure, they probably won't think too much about the consequences with the family. And there's no judgment here, okay? There's not right or wrong or what you should do. It's the way it is. It's what you value. And it's important to know what moves you and what you value. And that is important because, for example, if you value, like a nature-based way of life, when you're moving to another country, that will be important in your decision making of where to live, which city exactly, if that's possible, or even which house or which apartment. If finances is a high value, your decision might go in another way. So I'm going to post I'm going to include a link in the description below with a free tool where you can explore the values, your values, define them, and help you think about how they interact with what you decide in your life, and think back of how you decided things in your life, and what are the consequences. Did you feel these major decisions in life that we take? How have they affected you? Were you happy with them? Were you unhappy with them? How did they affect your family? How did they affect your environment, your friends, your career, your health? So all of this is really important to take into account the globality of your life with your values. So in this sense, as an expat, and as most importantly, as an expat to be, someone who is preparing to move, it's really important to know these values, to rank them, and after that, to be really mindful of what are your deal breakers and your non-negotiables. So, what really, pushes your buttons and you cannot go with that. So, for example, taking the example of someone who has family as a high ranking value, it would be, for example, a non negotiable is being close to their family at least 6 months out of the year, or being able to have the flexibility to go back and forth with ease, or being able to have their parents over at some point. And for the person who has excitement and adventure as a high value, it would be, for example, the freedom to explore and travel and get to know other places. So not a job that is not, for example, stuck to one location. These are hypotheticals, of course, but they can creep into your life, and you can suddenly be confronted with choices that make you think about your values. So what are your values? What ranks the highest? And let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.